Hello, you're watching a new wave being hosted by Galextra with Andraggon on YouTube Live. We're coming to you from where we live in Canada, and we're coming to continue to inform you about the changes taking place in the world that you're living in and the kind of work that you need to do to prepare for the golden age of Gaia that is on the verge of coming into your planet, bringing a global tropical paradise back to this planet in this generation. Avatar Galextra is the one who lived as a number of deities. She is, in fact, the human incarnation of the great goddess who lived as Lord Jesus, Lord Buddha, Lord Krishna, and a number of iconic beings. I am her husband and her senior disciple who lived as Albert Einstein 66 years ago. So here we are coming to speak to you about you and us and how we need to work together, come together, be there for each other, and look out and look after each other.
Yeah.
Albert, you can take the floor and address issues that you want to address. Look right ahead.
Well, thank you, Big Guy.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have an opportunity to show your greater selves. Do you know everyone is built in with that kind of development from within? Simply by recognizing how you treat people. And if someone is doing something that is wrong, and you can tell them in a decent way where they don't feel bad about it, but recognize that it's a good lesson to learn, and give them an opportunity to feel good about themselves, that they can definitely improve through life, because that's what we're born to do. Not have men go after other people's wives, or women doing the same, going after other males' husbands, females' husbands. And these are things that we have to be very careful about. If we say we love someone, we must be loyal enough to stay and work with that person, helping them up, because everyone is capable of great quality. Once they get that opportunity to understand how they can use their quality to be there for themselves and each other, you'll find people coming around and behaving responsible, rather than the wrongs that are being done because the children are not being trained, and they're becoming adults without the development to use and be respectful of each other. These are things that are happening in our world, and this is what is creating a lot of deception, a lot of lies, a lot of cheating, a lot of taking advantage of the rights of other people. These things are supposed to be looked at and make changes. As you see you do things that you don't like, then recognize it and recognize what you would like to do in its place if you ever have to go through the same issue. Work with each other. Treat each other with respect. All beings are developed enough to become great beings. And if they do not use their greatness to help others and help themselves first, and also help others in the process if they need help, and you'll find a whole new world where human beings are behaving responsibly because they really are capable of it. It's what is going on in their lives that is creating the problems for them too. And then sometimes too many wrong people are doing too many wrong things, and they need to be taught how to do it right without disrespecting them. If you can do so, that's a wonderful thing. And if you feel you can't, then allow somebody with more adult to deal with the issues, so that the people can come together instead of being pulled apart and looking for ways to do war on each other. It's not necessary to war. What is necessary is for people to get to know each other, work together, recognize you're capable of great things, every single individual. And if you treat them as such, you will find that they can show their greater selves. You have it in you. Every single being has it in them. You were born with it. So it's important that you recognize what you have and make use of it, so that you're not hurting anyone, but you're helping people in the process. And they're helping you if they see that you don't know something that they know, and it can help them, help you to give them the opportunity to learn something more that would be beneficial to all of humanity.
Mm.
And ladies, do not go trying to steal other people's husbands. It's a cheap thing to do. It's not something that one should be doing, because what you're doing is setting up people to become very angry. It's very wise when you treat them properly, recognize what you don't like done to yourself, don't do to others. And if people are doing it to you, then alert them why it should not be done. All the wrongs that creates the problems for a lot of people start getting bigger and bigger as we go along. But once we start doing the right thing and showing people that we care about them and we care about ourselves, and when they see that you show that you care about them, they will recognize that you do care about yourself, or you would not go out of your way to try to help others at times when they do need the help.
Mm.
Human beings were born to live as great beings, no matter what nationality they are. Recognize it's not the nationality that makes the person, it's the quality and content of their character.
Mm.
When you have that and you're passing it on and helping others in the process instead of hurting them, you're going to find people everywhere behaving responsibly. Everywhere you can trust each other after a while, once you start practicing that great part of yourself.
Mm.
We love all of you. You're a family. And I don't mean love you to go and hop in bed with you. No, you're brothers and sisters.
Yes.
And we care about what happens to you. And so if we anything we can help in at any time, if we're too busy, of course, we can't do that. So maybe it's not a good idea to.
We help in
Um,
different metaphysical,
yeah.
emotional.
So it's important for us to practice the best part of ourselves and treat people properly, as I was telling you. So go for that, and you'll see different things start popping up, working much better because of your quality that is now showing itself, and you're caring about human beings, and they care about you, and you don't have to do anything wrong or bad to them. All you have to do is just be your good self
Mm.
and help each other out in terms of what you say at times. If you have to make someone feel good about themselves because they don't feel too good and they're hurt, and then if we can pass on a good word, it's a great thing to do. So give to all that ask for help in return. If we can help them, it's important to do so. You have the information, pass it on. Treat people nicely. You'll see.
Mm. You wanted to address some issues around questions that others may have about whether or not we are actively working to earn our own livelihoods or to bring lives of the surface dwellers of this planet. And so people on the media, you may be wondering if they see us as people who are lazy or who don't have ambitions or aren't willing to go out there and do our part in the workforce to support the system.
Mm-hmm.
So you wanted to address those
Yes,
concerns.
those things are important, and I'm glad you brought those up.
Mm.
It's important for people to know that. Yes, but on the other hand, remember too that a lot of people are suffering, and we must speak to the world, let the public know that when something is happening that isn't right and needs to be looked at and dealt with, or that people are suffering and they need help, and it's important for them to get the help that they need. If we can help, then that's a good thing. We are each other's keepers, my human brothers and sisters, and
Mm.
it's time for us to come together and be there for each other. Bonds of pure and sacred light that glue
Yes.
each of us together, now and forever. Whatever harm is done to one wounds you, me, and everyone.
Mm.
Values today are being thrown away by people each and every day. They sacrifice their families, ruin their health, and destroy their marriages, chasing social status and material wealth.
The nations today are fighting
Fighting old
old
battles
battles
like
started by nations
instance
of
of
yesterday,
yesterday. Yeah, regardless
regardless
of
of
what we do or
what
say.
their citizens do or say, or
Yeah,
the cost
and
in
human lives every day,
human and mortal lives
every
each
day.
day. It
It's
is everyone's business.
to
This is
get
the advertised
involved and solve every
information.
problem whenever they can. Once you stop fighting,
Working,
working to find solutions, you then become part of the
you
problems,
start becoming
plaguing,
part of the problem.
plaguing
Every
every nation.
nation.
That's why it's important that we work on ourselves. We work and help others on the way. Protect each other, don't hurt each other. Babies are needed to be protected too, very much so.
Mm.
And so it's important that we protect every too, because they're put in a situation where we can help them.
Mm.
It's a good idea, and just keep treating people properly. You will see some beautiful things happening to you and to those that you're treating properly too, because they'll pass it on to others also. So we are each other's keepers, and we
And
have to be there for each other.
yes,
Okay?
and the avatar teaches a whole body of timeless truths, ancient knowledge, and tested wisdoms that she's sharing with members of the human race living on the outer surface of Lady Gaia today,
Hmm.
including the information that we are equals.
Forever. We are something else I wanted to speak about, but the equals sort of threw
Oh,
me overboard a little bit.
we're equals
But
forever. We're each other's keepers. We are beings who are living mortal lives, but we are immortals living in on this planet as human beings wearing mortal clothes
yes, of flesh and bones and
that,
bones
that we
that we put on at birth to walk the face of the earth, one life at a time. Be afraid that sometimes many people are dying, and when they die, they come back
mm,
after a period of time. They rest first for a while and then come back to wherever they were before, and start from there again, or meet new people as and be born as a baby in anybody's body and find that they can look after their children. I don't know what I'm saying, but you can go along with that. You know
um,
what I mean?
the avatar has been attacked with a weapon that looks like a dagger made of light by Donald J. Trump. He's attacked the cavities of her brain for decades, and in the process, he's injured her brain and damaged her ability to recall information, her, her life
I'll hold my hair
experiences,
too.
and he's attacked her body from head to toe, as I've told you,
Yeah,
attacking uh, the her eyes, her nose, her mouth, her ears,
did not want me to see too well,
you know,
and
womb, rectum,
yeah,
joints.
yes, anywhere, everywhere.
Yes.
This Donald Trump is a part of that, and as well as a few others. These are things that should not be done to any human being. I have been put through this behavior for years now.
Since you were born, actually, a life of living hell. Go ahead.
Well, that I leave behind the since I was born thing. But what these things should not be going on, and a lot of people are going through this kind of stuff. And when people see that they're being treated like that, they too turn around and they're mistreating others too, and they're not learning anything from it but to behave irresponsible. And they don't even realize that they're irresponsible. They just think they're protecting themselves from whatever is causing them damage. And as human beings, it's important that we teach ourselves, and our families must do the job teaching their children. And the businesses must recognize that the children must learn first before they go into serious conditions where they're being harmed and then sometimes being persecuted. So it's important that those things are looked at. Put these things at the forefront so that all beings are protected,
Mm.
and this way we can have a society of people that are getting along rather than looking for ways to destroy people because of what is being done to them by others.
Mm.
So I would advise that as human beings, we start working together And if you're married, stay married. Don't go running to go with anybody else. Because if you practice the right kind of behavior in your marriage, it teaches you how to be caring, respectful, have a heart, you know. And so you treat others properly too. And when we're treating them properly, they're passing it on to others too because they're seeing what it feels like to be treated well. And they want others to know that they have a right to feel good too about that.
Mhm.
So work together. Be the kind of beings that you were really born to be. The ones who care about each other and is there for people because you know that they can definitely live in a way in which is going to bring everyone together. You will win, win, win everywhere with that kind of training and care for each other. So I did not come here to specifically to speak about this, but I really had other things in mind because there are some things that needs to be spoken of.
Mhm.
And when I come to the mic, I somehow don't want to speak too much anymore.
The information is hidden, buried, removed.
Because there are people who are using a technology given to them by the United States government,
Yes.
Nancy Pelosi and
Through the
others.
American military
Yeah,
Black Ops program.
they're using these, and you blocked out my what I was going to
Sorry,
speak.
go ahead, speak.
It's all right. Can't
Yeah,
remember.
you're saying that the people using this technology that was given to Trump by Nancy Pelosi, and
Yes,
from there
and
it
they're
continues.
using it to where is it? Sufficient? And they're using the problems. No, I blocked it.
They're using
Forgotten.
this technology to attack human beings from the fourth dimension, wearing cloaks of invisibility and looking like shadows.
Hmm.
And they've infected the bodies of over 500 million people using this technology with something that is not a virus, but a disease created with this advanced futuristic technology.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't know if I can remember anymore. Uh,
I know that's what they've done to
my
you.
memory has been wiped out.
Mhm.
Most of my hair was completely cut. Here they chopped it off so much. Mr. Trump and Mr. Trudeau. No, not Mr. Trudeau. Sorry, my mistake.
No, he's committed other crimes against his family.
Yes, he has. And but Donald Trump, has been terrorizing me and our family for some time now,
Mm.
and we haven't been able to do much. He follows us wherever we go at times, and setting up people to say things to us that are, we've never met these people, and he's setting them up to say things to us that no one should be telling another person, especially when it's a bunch of lies,
Mm.
and looking for ways to set up people to persecute you.
Yes, terrorize,
Yes,
persecute.
these are the things that should not be done, ladies and gentlemen. We have been put through more hell than we deserve. We've never done anything to anyone, but yet we are being put through hell by Trump and many others who they connect with to do this damage to us. Even people in the media, they have setting up to tell us how we're supposed to live or whatever we're not doing, and it's not those people's business
Mm.
because they're just looking for ways to create problems for other people like us, people who are not fighting or causing problems to anyone, but is giving out information that is beneficial to people. But once
Yes,
I come in front of this place, my information gets wiped out. This
yes,
is what has been happening to me. This is what Nancy Pelosi gave Donald Trump and others to this technology to use against human beings like us, African people specifically, and maybe others too. I don't know. But I know very well that this is something that was set up to be done to us and has been done to many others.
mm.
This should not be going on, ladies and gentlemen. This is not right. Stop the lies. Stop setting up people to do things that they normally would not do. And then sometimes threats and whatever else that comes to in the situation for them to suffer. Be very careful and make changes in your thinking, in your attitude towards others, and recognize all beings are your family, doesn't mean that you go and destroy their relationships. It means that if you want to be a friend, then you have to behave as someone who can be trusted and who is not there to harm anyone. And they're treated well.
Mm.
So I would like your society, the United States and Canada, to do the right thing and allow people the right to be able to live their lives without having to be forced to do things that they normally would not do, but are being forced to do
Mm.
through all kinds of other ways. Give the people their rights to make decisions for themselves that they know works for everyone and for themselves too. So do the right thing. Excuse my ability to speak since I'm hardly doing much speaking and forgetting what I want to say. These are things that has been done to create this problem that I'm going through.
Yes.
Do you know that they're still coming and chopping up the sides of my hair, cutting off my hair in
Donald
bits
Trump.
and others?
Yes.
These are the things that we are going through on a practically everyday basis.
Mm.
We are treated like we commit crimes and we have to be persecuted for those crimes that we did not commit.
Mm.
We want Nancy Pelosi to recognize that what she gave Donald Trump to use in that technology is dangerous to the rights of others. They have done a lot of things, try to kill me,
Yeah.
using stuff to get put inside my food or whatever, doing different things that should not be done.
Stealing your money,
Yeah,
clothes.
yes, underwears, anything, everything. I cannot believe and wiping out my memory is the worst thing someone can do.
Yes, to anyone.
Yes,
Can't check their past. Can't decide where to go because they can't check to see where they came from.
yes.
When you steal someone's memory, you paralyze that person's ability to be able to chart a course with their lives.
These people are responsible for this kind of stuff that has
Mm-hmm.
been done.
Yes.
They have been doing a lot of damage to myself and my family.
Mm.
We want this kind of irresponsibility to be stopped. They don't just go damaging people for not doing anything to you. It's not right.
Mm.
They haven't harmed you, they haven't looked for wars with you, and you are looking for ways in which you can do them in. If that's how you're going to live, you can end up dying that same way. Because there are people who would not tolerate anybody trying to kill them. They will protect their lives. If they have to fight back and the person gets killed, then they created that problem for the person.
Self-preservation.
Yeah. And a system that is controlling the people without the development to do the right thing is a system should not be allowed to
Operate.
operate
Function.
anyone, because they have to learn to do the right thing, think the right way, and be protective towards the rights of all beings.
Mm.
These things that should be done because you're recognizing that you're helping and others are helping you. It's important to do. Protect the world by doing the right thing. Whenever you speak, speak with respect to the people. Don't disrespect them. They all have feelings, just as you do. So think about their rights and how you would feel if it was being done to you, and don't do it to them if it's wrong. If it's right, then of course you practice those behaviors that would be helpful to everyone, if you can and if you want to. If you feel uncomfortable doing that, then don't do anything. Let other people take it over and do it themselves. But we all beings need to know that they're cared for, and if they know that they're cared for by the world that they're living in, then they will feel safe enough to care for others too.
Mm.
I really came here to speak about something else, but I get my memory is wiped out. So sometimes I'm speaking and this like that, whatever I'm speaking about, I remember up to the point where I say the last word and the rest of it is wiped out.
Mm.
So be very careful not to harm anyone and terrorize them and blame them for things that they did not do, because you can really cause them to go through a great deal of hell for nothing. Thank you for listening.
Mm.
I really came to speak about something else, but I
Well,
forgot completely. It's all right. You can speak instead.
No, I just wanted to tell you. You wanted to speak about someone on there spoke as if we were not doing anything to help ourselves as a family,
Mm-hmm.
that we were lazy, and you found that comment uh, unfair,
Yeah.
unjust, and irresponsible.
Yeah.
So you wanted to address that on
Well,
the
we are
show.
being terrorized
Yes.
by the systems. Those who think that we don't want to do this and we don't want to do that. No, our family comes first, because we have noticed that when you allow other people to control you by telling you you must go and do what they want, and you have a family that needs your help and needs to be looked after properly, because if you put them in the arms of somebody who is not trained and doesn't care about your child or you, and they take advantage and just do that whatever damage they want. And this is where human beings have to be trained properly. Their parents, their children must be trained properly, so that the society will find, instead of meeting enemies, they'll be meeting people who they can trust,
Mm.
family members. Excuse me. And that's how we are supposed to be treating each other, like family, not run and destroy, humiliate and degrade. Excuse me.
Mm.
And
Shame and blame.
yeah, shaming and blaming, and doing all these wrong things that does damage to people. Okay, hon, take care. So it's important that human beings start doing the things they know that are right. And another thing, stop prejudging people and thinking that if they send a kiss to you and you're a female, and I don't mean send a kiss by kissing you up on their using their lips on your face. I'm saying they send a kiss to say that they care about you. It doesn't mean that they're lesbians or want to sleep around with anyone else. When you put these kind of ideas into people's head, you tend to set up some of the wrong people to end up participating in that, because they want to know what it's like. And it's important that you allow people to live their lives, not pull them down. Allow them the right to learn and live and grow. It's their right. So be respectful of each other. You will see a world that works much, much better. People are capable of much better things than they're allowed the freedom to show that they have, because they've been persecuted and gone through so many different things that they react according to how they've been treated too. So good luck on that, and make changes. Try to help each other. Be there for each other, because when you do that, you're there for yourself and other people too, children included, and everyone will be safe. We don't have to do damage to anyone to live, or destroy someone's child because we think we're superior and we should do that. If you're really superior, you won't want to kill anybody's child or kill anybody, period. If they have a problem, speak it out. Bring out the information and talk to them. Don't humiliate or degrade them, but let them know what is making you feel unhappy. And if they're a part of it, of course, you want to speak to them and let them know that things can improve if you do the right thing. But doing the wrong thing does not improve on anything, it just creates more problems. So, I still haven't said what I really came here to say, but I don't think it's meant for me to speak on in this at this time anyway. So, for what I cannot speak of, I will just allow it to go by until my body says, "Okay, you're ready to speak in these areas." But now, we love you all.
Yes.
We wish you the best.
Mm.
Blessings to you,
Mm-hmm.
and please be there for yourselves and each other, huh? Have a great day and a great life.
Yes.
Goodbye, and blessings to you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Almost forgot that. Um,
In the future, we'll be speaking more to you about all kinds of issues that you need to become aware of because you're about to enter a world that the Avatar calls a new way of being. There is Lady Gaia, Mother Earth, is restoring her planet-sized body back to a global tropical paradise that it was in for most of the trillions of years that the human race have lived on the outer surface of her amazing, bountiful, beautiful body.
Okay.
So you'll be hearing more from us in the future.
Yeah, and this is my husband,
Yes,
Andraggon. Kavanagh.
yes, the one who lived as Albert Einstein, and this is the Avatar, who is the human incarnation of the great goddess, who we'll tell you more about in the future. We have already, but we're being blocked from speaking to you, the people, about the things that you need to know so that you can prepare for the golden age of Gaia that is on the horizon coming to this planet
Mhm.
after in this lifetime. So things are in the process of changing. Wars here, there, deceptions, misconceptions, misinformation being used to destabilize, demoralize, and to disempower the human race living on the outer surface of Lady Gaia. But you will be able to go through these because we'll help you with information that the Avatar has brought to arm you with knowledge that you need to use to transform your mortal lives forever immortals.
Yeah.
So, Avatar, let us
Say goodbye.
say goodbye. Blessings to
Blessings to
each of
you
you.
all, and the best of luck.
Mm. Until next time, if you like what you hear, then you can just click onto the like feature and let us know that you are watching these broadcasts, which will bring more often in the future.
Mm-hmm.
New way of being, people,
Mm-hmm.
on the horizon in this lifetime will come to this planet.
Yep.
A golden, tropical, well, a tropical, a global tropical paradise. You hear it here and in the light worker community.
Yeah.
We'll tell you more about it as we move into this year.
Mm.
So we're out of here.
Yeah, we're out of here.
Mm.
Blessings to you.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Mm.